favorite clips of you are watching you go out, or like college kids challenge you. I know this is kind of off topic, but when is the last time you've like, how does that even happen? You just go speak at schools and you open up Q&As?
Yeah, I mean, there's no prep, there's no plans. It's just whoever wants to get up and ask a question, you can get up and ask a question. And I just, you know, I actually have a rule at those events because it makes for the best kind of viewing experience that if you disagree with me, you raise your hand, you go up to the front. And I always find that most interesting. I mean,
like you have them come walk up and face you?
Well, I mean, usually there's a mic in the audience. They walk up to the mic, and then usually I let them stick around for as long as the conversation seems to be going somewhere. And sometimes that's 5 or 10 minutes. Sometimes it's like after a minute and a half because they can't formulate the question very well, and I don't think it's going to be particularly productive. But yeah, I mean, that means I have to be on my toes, and I have to know my stuff because you can get asked anything. I mean, I've been asked pretty much. I'm trying to think if there's anything I haven't been asked at this point. I've been asked about pretty much everything, you know, from climate change to tax policy, from abortion to same-sex marriage. Like I get asked about all those things. So, you know, one of the things I spend an awful lot of time in my daily life doing is reading and thinking and writing. And like that's the part that nobody sees kind of behind the scenes of the show. I mean, the show's only a couple of hours because I do the hour that's the podcast and we do some stuff behind the paywall. But, you know, the amount of work that goes into the show, people ask how I prep for the show. And the answer is the news prep is actually fairly low. Because once you have sort of a bank of ideas from which to draw and sort of a deeper knowledge of the philosophies that undergird particular ideas, then the news is sort of playing on top of the iceberg. So most of the stuff I do is reading about the full scope of the iceberg. And then the news coverage is just I can read a headline and I've been doing this long enough that I can read a headline and basically know sort of the political ramifications just from the headline of what the story is going to be.